Yeah, it was a little bit frustrating yesterday. We had a tiny tap with the USA guys, and that's the rules here. Where if you have any contact, you get points. So, it's a frustrating one, but it's going to be a long weekend, and we're just looking forward to putting our best foot forward and making the most of it. No, it's actually looking pretty nice out there at the moment. I think we got quite a bit more breeze in the forecast yesterday, so hopefully it's enough that we can be foiling around a racetrack. So it's looking forward to it.
This venue, I've never raced here before. It's the first Asian leg in Singapore for Sao GP. This looks like a very tough event. Historically, light airs are a bit of a weakness of ours. We can do well, but we're also a bit erratic. And so, we've got this event will be crucial. After this event, we head to Sydney, where we're very comfortable. New Zealand, where there's a bit more wind predicted, and San Francisco, where it's strong winds. So we feel comfortable after this event, but we need to get through this one. If we get through this one in good shape, I think we can sort of start focusing a little bit more on the final. Yeah, unfortunately, Kyle Langford won't be here with us. He sustained an injury. He's bulged a disc in his back, and he's out for this event. It was a last-minute thing. I think it happened on the weekend, and we were hoping he would be all right to fly on Tuesday night. But unfortunately that's not the case. So fortunately for us, we've got our super sub Ed Powies, who he's an unbelievable sailor. He can fill in, he's probably one of the only reserve sailors here who can fill so many different roles, and he'll be filling in for us on wing, and James Webanowski, an Aussie, will be joining us as our spare sailor.
We're sailing the boat well. I mean, we can always sail it better. We're getting ourselves in the mix and with a shout of winning these events, but like you say, ultimately we've got to get it across the line in that podium race, and I think that will come. It's just ultimately, like I said, about getting yourself in that position to start with and executing when it counts. But the trick with Sail GP, of course, is getting yourself into that final in San Francisco. And that's really the focus for all of the teams. That's the focus for us. Of course, it's the same. And executing, getting in that race and then executing, that's really what it's all about. To have Hannah back with the team is a big deal for us. She's an exceptional sailor, once in a generation sailor. And I'm really impressed that, only 3 months ago she had baby Sienna, and she's back with us sailing. Yesterday we were only 4 up, and she's on the pumps, on the handles at the front of the boat, getting stuck in and giving really good feedback straight away in terms of the strategic and tactical input into the racing. So she's a really key member to the team.
Probably a venue like this, it's going to be very different in terms of how you start, and I think you've got to rely on experience, and thankfully in our team we've got probably quite a bit of experience in this style of racing, and it's a great place. We're excited to be in Singapore, and it's it should be hopefully a great weekend of racing. Probably every team here is very focused on their process and learning, and we're a new team, we're a new squad, and that's probably one of the hardest things. You're going to find weaknesses every now and then, and it's something it just takes time. So for us, we feel like we're on the edge of putting it all together, and I think we're happy. We're in a good place. We make a couple of mistakes, but look, from those we learn a lot, and I think as a team we're getting a lot stronger, and hopefully we can put it all together here this weekend.
I think for Singapore itself, they have some incredible racetracks, but they probably didn't realise they have a great racetrack right here, right next to the downtown. And so, people will see that this weekend, and it's just great to be in Asia, and I think it's an important part of the tour. And I think we'll see quite a few fans generated after this event.
You've been speaking about depth in the roster all season, and we see that Rome Kirby will be back on board as the flight controller this weekend. Why have you made that swap, and how are you feeling about this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, it really hit home to me in the $1 million race in San Francisco last season. We found ourselves right beforehand. Rome basically separated his shoulder, almost fractured his nose in a big crash. And I thought to myself, wow, if Rome can't sail here, we're in big trouble. So we made an investment to really try and build some more depth and give us some options. Like a lot of the other athletes in these teams, a bunch of our athletes are doing Olympic programs as well. So unfortunately, there will be the odd conflict here and there. And as we've seen with Kyle Langford, there will be injuries. So Yeah, we made the decision that we need some depth. We need to allow for situations like this, and this is a classic example. We're able to bring Rome back in, who's a world-class athlete. I've done a lot of campaigns, had a lot of success sailing with Rome. And yeah, so we're excited to have him join the team and get back out there and do some racing. I believe there's still a lot of points on the table, and at the end of the day, it doesn't really change our strategy. I mean, our strategy is to come in and try and make the podium race on the Sunday and do everything we can to try and get another win.